Good. Everyone able to go today?
Yeah, everyone's healthy.
Primary focus for you guys just after looking at the game on film?
I mean, I think understanding ourselves, knowing what we did well to be put in the situation that we were in, and then knowing how there's pockets of the game where when you're not the best version of yourself, what that looks like, and then how we can quickly get that back. And so, I thought that was important for us to focus just as much on ourselves as our opponent.
What kind of treatment did Jaylen need to get on that hand that split open last game?
I'm not sure. I have no idea, to be honest with you.
No stitches, no new stitches?
I don't think so, no.
No restrictions?
No. Nope. I'm getting ready to shoot right now.
We've talked a lot about offensive rebound, especially in this series, but really this year. And you guys kind of put pressure on them too on the offensive boards. Are you kind of seeing that emphasis grow around the league in the last year?
Yeah, I mean, the ability just to put pressure on the defense. I think there's a direct correlation to offensive rebounding and your transition defense. And when you can have the proper offensive rebounding system, it helps your transition defense. So I think it's been a huge kick in that. We're not overly consistent in it, but we do have moments where we're really, really good at it. That's going to be important for us.
And I think you said there's no correlation between it hurting your transition defense and putting pressure there. Can you kind of explain that?
Well, the thing that hurts your transition defense is when you do nothing. Is when you don't crash and you don't run back. That's what hurts. That's what we focus on is you got to do something, crash or sprint back. And so, that'll be a key. I expect you saw what they were able to do against Miami. I expect them to be much more physical and look for those opportunities. They won the shot differential, and so it's important for us to find ways to make sure that doesn't happen.
So you do a lot of drop coverage there, especially early on, and then with the way you guys are rebounding. Do you feel like that is what held them to a low shooting percentage with their shooting variance of them just missing a lot of shots?
Listen, I think it's a little bit of both, right? Like we obviously know. I think Bay, I think Bogdanovich, I think Hunter, I think some of those guys, Trae Young, I think they got some good looks from three. Some of those things came, because of the correlation between our offense and our transition defense. And when we're not organized and disciplined on the offensive end, they're able to get out into transition. And so I think a lot of it just has to do with how we manage that. Can we stay organized offensively? Can we keep them out of transition? Can we keep them in the half court?
They had less second chance points than you, so what did you make of your team's ability to just communicate and then recover quickly after they got the ball?
Yeah, there was a possession there where I think they we got 3 or 4 on one possession, and we were fortunate enough for them not to score on it. So, the positive is we kept playing through those situations. So we just have to be aware of that. We have to know they're great at crashing, and then it starts with our offense, our half-court defense, and then our ability to hold them to one shot.
Al said he has no interest in running a marathon, couldn't run more than a mile. How far do you think you would get?
I mean, I would just go until I died.
I don't doubt that.
That is. Yeah.
I don't doubt that. How far do you think that is?
I don't know. I wouldn't mind finding out one day.
Joe, Al always rises to the occasion in the playoffs, and he had a lot of high-energy plays yesterday. Just what does that do for the team when he's getting so hyped up like that?
Yeah, I mean, he's a lot of things for us. One of them is our emotional leader, to where he has an innate maturity and ability to bring a game back with a big shot or a block shot. And so, he did that where he hit the 3 in the wing, and then he had 2 block shots in transition with about 2 minutes to go. And so we're just really fortunate to have him. His ability, not only what he can do from a basketball standpoint, but what he brings from an emotional and a leadership standpoint. Not only does it help us over the course of the season, but in moments of games, it's big for us.
Joe, do you watch all the other playoff games? Do you follow the league like that? Or do you kind of just get away and prepare for your game?
A little bit of both. I try to watch pockets. I'll watch all the close games. I was able to watch a few yesterday just because it was on, and we have a couple days in between. But I'm not dying to watch it.
And preparing for one game and having 2 days off for the same team, what's that process like to prepare for the same team constantly?
I mean, I think it's just as important to prepare for yourself and to really understand yourself and build an awareness to who you are, what goes well, what doesn't go well, etc. That's just as important as preparing for Atlanta. And so we'll do both. Prepare for ourselves, understand ourselves, and focus on them as well.
Joe, a couple of guys last night got hurt on those bang-bang block court plays. It's happened to Jason a couple of times. What do you think of that play? Like a push to say maybe we'll kind of legislate that out of the game?
I think it's an important play in the game. I think in a lot of those situations, passed it, you wouldn't run the guy over. That's not just for anybody. And so I think it's an important play. It's a momentum changer. It's a physical play. It's plays that have helped win games. It's plays that have lost games. And so as long as it's in there, I think you have to do your best to utilize it. I'm not big on the legislation. I'll play by any rules, whoever they're voted on. I don't really care what the rules are.
You don't care, like, if they, would you prefer one way or the other?
I don't care. Whatever the rules are, we'll find a way to follow them and manipulate them at the same time.
When you're playing pickup and a big's coming at you, do you go for the charge?
I think that play messes with you emotionally more than anything else. Like, no one takes a charge in pickup, so if you do it, it's more about how the other team reacts to it, not you. You're just playing the game.
I mean, not in your game. You take charge.
We've taken a charge in a pickup game. Yeah. It's an important psychological advantage.
Thank you, Joe.
Thanks, Joe.